Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we diving into a Grixis Reanimator deck that I went ahead and crafted here in Arena. It's kind of one of those things with a new card coming out from Streets of New Capenna, Graveyard Shift, a spell that benefits us from having cards of various casting costs in our graveyard, giving it flash and allowing it to return target creature card from our graveyard to the battlefield. I kind of want to play around it, mess around with it, and also kind of see how the other new cards that benefit from having cards of various costs in the graveyard. The idea, if you've never played a Reanimator deck, is to resurrect things from the graveyard or discard them into the graveyard and then bring them out onto the battlefield by playing some sort of spell that's usually cheaper than their overall casting costs. This deck actually has two different ways that you can actually get things back from the graveyard. One being like a Reanimator spell, like Graveyard Shift. I think there's the other one from Kaldheim. I think that will allow you to foretell it and then play for 4 mana, which is definitely, I think, if you're thinking about it, it's probably a little bit better, though that one's sorcery speed, or is always going to be sorcery speed. This one has the potential to be flash speed, so you can kind of surprise your opponent and kind of catch them off guard. But yet again, the idea here is we're going to try to discard these really, really big creatures. Our other card that's going to help resurrect things from the graveyard is going to be Olivia, Crimson Bride. It's a 6 mana creature that's a 3/4. Sorry, my camera's blocking it. But when it attacks, we get to return target creature card from our graveyard to the battlefield tapped and attacking, and it gains when you don't control a legendary vampire, exile this creature. So essentially, Olivia is the only vampire in the deck. Once we don't control Olivia, actually that's wrong. I actually just realized Lord Xander is also a vampire. But whenever we don't control a legendary vampire, exile that creature. So it's definitely kind of like a little bit of a trade-off. So if Olivia leaves or they kill Olivia, the creature that Olivia resurrected is also going to leave the battlefield alongside Olivia. So definitely, it's an unfortunate part, but it's yet again a creature that also has a built-in Reanimator spell, and the only creatures we really have in the deck, other than maybe like the Butler and the Aven Heartstabber, are all big creatures that if we get on the battlefield for a cheaper cost, or just being able to swing in for 3 and then also get into an attack, is definitely very good. But the idea here is what we want to do is we want to draw a bunch of spells that are going to help us, dig our deck and then put things in the graveyard. And the way we do that is we start off in the 1-drop slot. It's 1 Blood Chief Thirst, just because it's always going to have that spot removal, get matched up against a Planeswalker like an Omnixless. You want to destroy it. You can tap it for 1 mana, destroy target creature or planeswalker, mana value 2 or less. I don't think I've ever seen a 2 mana planeswalker in current standard as long as this has been legal, but I don't know. And then you can kick it for 4 mana and you destroy any creature or planeswalker of any mana cost. So definitely an interesting one-off in the deck. It's also sorcery speed. Got Undead Butler. When it enters the battlefield, we're going to mill 3 cards. Then when it dies, we get to return target creature card from a graveyard to our hand. So if we mill an Olivia, but we haven't drawn our Reanimator spell, we can always bring back Olivia, kind of set us up that way. So definitely a good trade-off there, and also throws things in the graveyard, so helping us, get the big creatures in the graveyard where we need them in order to bring them back. We got Aven Heartstabber, a 2 mana 1/1 flyer that when we have 5 or more mana values, 1 cards in our graveyard, it gets +2/+2 in Death Touch. And then when it dies, it also mills cards and also draws a card. So definitely, yet again, another card is going to help us get things in the graveyard, hopefully fill it up and get things going that way. Then we have Tainted Indulgence, 2 copies. It's a black-blue instant speed, draw 2, discard a card unless we have 5 or more mana values. So in the early game, it's going to help us discard, and in the late game, it's going to just get us 2 more cards into our hand to kind of, keep the tempo going and kind of put the pressure on our opponent. We have Fabled of the Mirror Breaker, 3 mana, saga that came out with Kamigawa. First chapter, we get a 2/2 Red Goblin creature token with whenever it attacks, we get a treasure tokens, helping us ramp. The second chapter of the saga is we get to discard 2 cards and we get to draw that many cards, so yet again, digging us deeper. And then the third chapter is we get to flip it over and we get the 2/2 Kiki Jiki Reflection that we can tap 1, create a token that's a copy of another target legendary creature we control, except that has haste, and sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step. For the most part, all our creatures in the top end are all legendary, other than Burn Rune Demon. So a lot of what you're going to do is with that is if we ever get the Kijiki out, is we can always copy like the Butler and the Heartstabber if we still haven't found a way to get creatures back from our graveyard, as we can let their secondary effects subside and then get a card back that way. Then we got Kato Shizuki, 3 mana, 3 loyalty planeswalker. When the first time it enters the battlefield, it phases out. +1, we can draw a card, discard a card, so a little bit of that card draw and discard. -2, create a 1/1 ninja token that's unblockable. Though the thing is, we can always create that token if we need to, keep our life total high, just because we don't really have a lot of early game in the deck, and we only have a few spot removal spells. And if we ever get it to the -7, we get an emblem that whenever a creature we control deals damage to a player, we can search our library for a blue-black creature card, put it into the battlefield, and shuffle, which most of our top in the deck is blue or black in some form or manner. So definitely a good planeswalker that helps our deck. Typically the +1's not going to, just draw us a card and not discard because we're not really attacking in the early game, but it's yet again another creature or another card in the deck that's going to help us dig a little bit deeper into the deck and get things into the graveyard. Then we get the Maestros's Charm. It's kind of one of our spot removal spells, as well as a card that's going to help us dig a little bit deeper. And if we need it, we can always Lightning Helix essentially our opponent, where we're going to deal 3 damage to their life, and we're going to 3 damage to their life, and we're going to gain 3 life. But the first ability is we look at top 5 cards of our library, put one of those cards into our hand, the rest into our graveyard. So just helping us get a little bit deeper in that sense. And then, like I said, the last ability is deal 5 damage to target creature planeswalker. So if they got a very aggressive board, we can spot removal at least something for 5 damage. We got Hagra Maulin in here, with all these like 3-color decks and other things. A lot of people aren't playing a lot of basic lands, so this actually costs 3 unless they control a basic. But we can destroy target creature at instant speed, or we can play it as a black mana source in case we need it. Then we got Big Score, the new draw 2 and create 2 treasure tokens. You have a card that's going to help us ramp up, a card that's going to help us get things into the graveyard. We get 2 treasure tokens out of it as well. So if we play this on at the end of our opponent's turn 4, we can play a card and then possibly play a mana and then have enough mana to play like Olivia or even one of our big creatures if it's in our hand. So definitely a card that's going to help us ramp up in that regard, so we can just straight up cast one of our spells. Then we got Graveyard Shift, the new card from Streets of New Capenna, that has flash as long as they're 5 or more mana values among cards in our graveyard. We have various amounts. Lands are 0. These are high cast in. I believe all are 7, other than Olivia and the Burning Rune Demon. We got the Graveyard Shifts. We got the 4 drops, the 3 drops, the 2 drops, and the 1 drop. So we have a decent variety of casting costs in the deck. So definitely one of those things that's easily possible to have flash, so we can catch our opponent off guard. But it's going to return target creature card from our graveyard to the battlefield. So definitely kind of awesome there. We got Burning Rune Demon, a 6-mana 6/6. Enters the battlefield, we get to search our library for exactly 2 cards not named Burning Rune Demon that have different names. If we do, opponent chooses one goes into our hand, the other one goes into our graveyard. So, best of both worlds. We're going to get something to possibly get back. And at the same time, too, we're going to get something in our hand that we could possibly cast. Then Olivia, like I said, 6-mana 3/4, Flyer Haster. When it attacks, target creature card from our graveyard enters the battlefield, tap and attacking. And then when she dies, most likely that card will get exiled alongside of her. So definitely a card that's going to help us kind of just finish off our opponent in that regard. Jin Detaxis, Progress Tyrant, 7-mana 5/5. Whenever we cast an instant sorcery or artifact, we can copy that spell. We choose new targets for the copy. Triggers once each turn. Our opponent does the same, but it's going to counter that spell and only triggers once each turn. So definitely hard to remove once this is out, because then they have to essentially cast 2 spells to do 1 removal spell in a sense. Then we got Tox Roll here in case we play against the lower costing creature decks. As at the end of each turn, he's going to put a slime counter on our opposing opponent's creatures, giving them -1/-1, and then whenever one of those creatures would die with a slime counter on it, we're going to get a 1/1 slug, which is going to help us, clog the board up, so they're not really going to be able to get in for damage. So kind of like one of those game enders, because we get him out, our opponent goes, creatures they may have on the board already are that much weaker, and at the end of their turn, their creatures get pinged down again, and it just kind of goes back and forth until slowly their creatures just kind of wither away and die. And then we have Lord Xander, the new card from Streets of New Capenna. I know I'm blocking the ability, but I'll read it off to you. It's a 7-mana 6/6. When he enters the battlefield, target opponent discards half their cards in their hand, rounded down. So if they have 5 cards, they're only going to discard 2 cards. But definitely one of those things that they do half of whatever his abilities are. So making our opponent discard 2 cards is definitely, in the late game, going to be one of those tough decisions. They may not have a lot of cards, and they may be holding on to those 2 cards to maybe, fight against what we're doing. Secondary ability, when he attacks, defending player mills half their library, rounded down. This does not trigger when he gets resurrected by Olivia. It only triggers on the initial when you declare him as an attacker, not on the step when he comes on the battlefield tapped and attacking already. And then when he dies, target opponent's going to sacrifice half their non-land permanents they control, rounded down. So yet again, if they have 5 permanents, they can only sacrifice 2 non-land permanents. But yet again, it's a card that is a pain in the butt. It's going to hurt your opponent's hand immediately. It's going to, mill them. And then when they remove it, it's like, crap, now I have to sacrifice things that they may need to kind of stay alive. So overall, a card that's just going to hurt our opponent. And, it's a possibility that when you play this card, your opponent's just going to immediately scoop if they have really no good way of removing it. And then we have our mana base. We have 4 of the blue-black pathways. We have 3 of the Shipwreck Marsh. We have 4 of the red-blue pathways. 1 copy of the the Storm Cove Carved Coast. 4 of the Blightstep pathways, black-red pathways. We have 4 Haunted Ridges, and we have 4 Xander's Lounges. So overall, fun deck. So far, before I jump into games, I've been tweaking it here and there. I think I'm right now, if I pull it up 1 second. So right now, my overall win rate is 5-1. I've been playing on the ladder just to kind of get a little bit more on the competitive side, just kind of see how you know, in the ladder you're going to be playing against more meta decks and kind of want to see how it compared there. We're right now 5-1 out of 6 matches, which is not that bad. I've made 3 different iterations, and you know, the one cool thing about Untapped GG that, you know, why I kind of switched over from the Aether Hub one is that it kind of gives you a breakdown of, you know, it shows you what I've removed, what I've added over the course of building the deck to kind of get an idea. I just made tweaks over the course of the time. And like the reason why you see the current version is because I just didn't feel like I was drawing enough card draw, and you kind of see. I mean, granted, it's bronze. It's definitely one of those things like you're not going to see like any down swings there because we're in bronze and we're not going to down rank if we lose. But it's definitely cool to kind of see the progress that you're making and kind of seeing how your overall win rate is. So definitely pretty awesome. And we actually are pretty decent on both the play and the draw. Our only losses come against the Rakdos Sacrifice deck, and we just really didn't draw any of our creatures to kind of overwhelm our opponent that way. But overall, definitely, it's been pretty good based on what we faced. So let's dive into some games and kind of see how we do. We're on the play. Hand is a little awkward, but I think we can keep and hopefully draw a land. You know, if we draw a land, we can definitely turn this around. We'll play this on red. Just need to get to 3 mana, and we can cast that. And, you know, speed up, you know, our play. Don't have anything else to play. We got our 3rd land. That's awesome. All right, we're playing some sort of Orzhov. Okay, we're playing Orzhov Angels, so this is definitely going to be a challenge if we can't, you know, get our combo out quickly. Just because of the creatures can get really big really quickly. But if we discard like Lord Xander, and stuff like that, maybe we can get it out. Because I can attack in if they allow it. I don't know. They may oh right, I guess they were thinking about playing Valkyrie. Sure. All right, we can discard up to 2 cards. I think we discard this and we discard the Pathway. We have a Shipwreck Marsh, which, you know, is better than I think a Pathway because you get to get both colors. All right, that's not bad. We got another land. The question is, do we get him back by attacking? What does he do? What will he do in the situation? Yeah. I mean, I guess so. I'll attack, get a treasure. I don't have enough cards that I have to do it now. It's fine. Alright. It's fine. We'll play this. We'll get Lord Xander back. We'll have them discard half their hand, which could be good. And they have 5 cards, so they'll get rid of 2. Next turn, make a big score, set up possibly another Graveyard Shift. Would be pretty awesome. Yes, and our opponent's like looking at their field and be like, wait, we're only on turn 3, you have a 7 drop out? This happened. Makes sense. They got rid of the Vanish Reverse because it doesn't really do anything in this situation. Fine. It's fine. And if they get rid of it, they get rid of it. But we're still gonna attack him for 6. Because watch is gonna happen. We attack him for 6. Build them half their library. Make him discard an angel. I would assume they get rid of the retribution here because they're like, well, I'm going to do damage to him. He's only at 13. I should probably kill him first. And discard a card. And there's a turn. All right, so they're sitting at 24 cards. So they're going to get milled 12 cards next turn. It's fine. Luminarch Aspirant's fine. It's not an angel. Oh, that's fine. Sure, I'll get hit for 4, I'll get hit for 5. I don't really know. Sure. Gonna hit for 5 in the air. No. Gonna sit back. Hmm. Yeah, so you do this. Oh, it's gotta be non-legendary. Can't do that. I was gonna say you could do we can go to 12. It's fine. We're not dead in the air. Or are we dead in the air? 5, 9, 12. Yeah, we'll be at 1 if they attack next turn. If they don't also get an angel here, you know. Just kidding. Sure. And I think we're dead now. Right? Yeah, they go up to 29. Okay, two rough matchups. It's fine. On the play, yeah, this is a keepable hand. Definitely keepable. We have a way to discard. We have a way to resurrect. Burn Rune Demon's great because it's going to look in our library, get 2 cards, 1 to our hand, 1 to the graveyard. So definitely a good card. So our hand's great. It's just depending on the matchup, I would say, is really what we got to think about. All right, so I'm playing some sort of red. All right, we got red, black, maybe artifacts. We'll play this on blue. We will play our Heart Stabber, and we will say go. And if they're going to swing in for 1, I'll just take it. I'm not worried about 1 damage. I don't think we need to mill just yet and draw a card. All right, red, black. Which I thought, you know, because it's the same land, but they have 2 of them. What do we got? What do we got, my dear sir? I just realized we also can't block. What happened? Add red, put a stash counter. Add red mana of any color X is the number of stock. Okay, so we're playing some sort of weird combo. Got it. All right, we'll play this. We'll swing in for a 1. A part of me only wants to discard 1 card and then draw. All right, we're playing something with Stimulus Package. Sure. Was it sacrifice a treasure token, created 1/1 white green citizen token? We'll discard this. That's fine. Yeah, this is fine. Another blue source is fine. I'm not sure what they're doing, so I'm a little worried. So I don't think the citizens are really that big of a deal. I could resurrect the Burn Rune Demon, search my library for... you know what? Search my library for cards. Oh, wait. No, what am I doing? Yeah, never mind. I was thinking I was playing the Burn Rune Demon. Search my library for 2 of the same cards. We get a Tox roll. And get Olivia. All right. That's fine. I have ways to get my mana up really quick. Now they have to deal with a 6/6 in the air. I'm not sure what they're playing. Seems almost like a... Almost like... Sure. You can destroy my enchantment. I don't really care about it. Sure. So a deck that plays also things quick, so another combo deck. That's always cool to see. I want to do this. On the play, yeah, this is a good hand. We have a way to discard, way to kill stuff. So yeah, definitely a hand that's going to set us up for good stuff. I think we just play the coast right at the bat. Maybe give them the idea we're playing Izzet instead of giving the idea that we splash another color. Put this on black, put that on blue. Awesome. Mono white. Okay, playing that mono white. Well, in this situation, don't want that to get any bigger, so we'll slow them down if they're playing the deck that we played, the blue-white deck. So, don't need that getting bigger. Yes, I played a Blood Chief Thirst. That was a card. See? Knew it. Knew it. Go play Planeswalker. We will draw a card. And we will discard a card. And we have that ability again, so depending on what we draw, it's always a good thing. And now we just need land. Land number 5 would be amazing for us. Sure. All right, and we got land number 5. So I don't think we need to draw, right? Like I as much as I would love to draw in this situation, I honestly think it's play. Yeah, play Heartstabber and minus. And now they, unless they get some sort of way to attack through or phase our creatures out, they're playing mono white. I don't see a second color. At least we absorb damage and we don't actually get hit hard. And we have our 5th mana source to get back our creature in the graveyard. So, and there's no way that they can counter that. Sure. We're pumping, giving it vigilance. They probably think we're some sort of like Grixis maybe-ish Grixis gamer. They're concerned about my unblockable creature. We'll block and block. We'll mill 2, draw a card. Always good. Maybe a different thing. Tox roll would have been really amazing there. And we're going to draw for turn. More than likely would be a Tox roll. Though if we draw and then discard, right? Okay, it's fine. Not a big deal. Tried. We tried. And we don't have enough, so we will just get back Lord Xander, and we'll discard half your hand. And you have 4 cards, so discard half, please. You can't have all of them. Sure. I'm not going to attack this turn. And you still like discard a card, so not the biggest of deals. And if it does die in some form or way, we can always just get it back next turn. I'll also probably like Kato die here. Awesome. Play another one, please. Sure. 4/5, 5/6. The question is, where do you attack? I mean, I'll go down to 15. I'm not in any rush to not die. All right, we're just going all out, aren't we? I think we actually protect Kaido unless they go double there. And then we'll block the 9/10. They'll discard. They'll have to remove half their stuff. We'll get Xander back. No? Sure. Please sacrifice one thing, please, sir. Sacrifice one non-land permanent. If you sacrifice that, everything's gone. It does. The protection counter does nothing. It does nothing. We'll draw. See what we get. Another land. We don't need that. We'll keep the Xander Lounge because it's got cycling. We will play this, and we will get another Lord Xander out. Say go. Land. I mean, if they give the +1/+1, right? It gets out of range for us to actually, I believe, kill it if they attack. But that's all they got. All right, I'll take 6. Sure. We'll just play all of our spells. We'll keep the land since we can discard it to whatchamacallit. We'll swing in, discard half their library, please. And we'll enter. And I have the blockers. Sure. Keep on pumping it, I guess. We'll just block. That's what they're here for. They're just clogging the board up, keeping it cloggy. We'll discard the land. We'll discard the land. Cancel. We'll attack. Get rid of more things. Say go. They take the damage. We put out the dude. And we draw a card. And we say go. And that's how it goes. Opponent goes first. Hand's not great. Mana is a little cloggy. Our only, our removals there. We only have 2 lands, but we're on the draw. So, in theory, we can keep and hopefully get the land we need. We don't have red. That's also another issue we have here. So, content play? Play Maulin on 1. All right, playing some sort of. Okay. You know what? I'm happy. You still have to play this though. The reason why is because this is only our red source and that's our blue source. So we don't have any lands that share colors. Blue red. All right. I guess we're in an Izzet pile. You can kill it. It's fine. Counter it. I don't care. It's pretty to look at. Sure. Green treasure. Some sort of Izzet deck. looking for some rampage. Maybe they're going to play like a Goldspan Dragon. I don't really know. Doing what Izzet does, you know? They have pathways, so, you know, they're just staying back. Lord Xander's great. Now we just need to find our source, so we'll play this on red. We'll swing in for 1. They have something. I mean, if you're going to do it, go ahead and do it. Discard one of these. Play one of these. Sure. I will mill 2 cards and draw a card. Ooh, wow. Much wow. Alright, we got 5 mana. Are we gonna Goldspan Dragon me? Alright, is it burn? Sweet. I'll dig. If they let me. Only if they allow me. Yeah. I mean, I'll rather you counter that than counter my big score. I'll be quite honest. I don't really want to play that. I think we're gonna say go. We're gonna say go. I mean, they're the deck that's gonna try to burn us out, I think, before we do anything. Okay, Jeskai something. We're playing Jeskai burn. Jeskai control. I don't really know. They have burn spells. Kind of in control decks. Let's play this on blue. And we'll play Butler first. All right, no stick. No stick is good. All right, well, Heartstabber now goes to a 5/5. Now Heartstabber comes into play. It's a 3/3. And we say go. We say go. No! Why? So what is their source for removal? Inscription. We're going to draw, scry 2 and draw 2. So we're looking for an answer. We have 7 mana. So a cool play I could do. They have no blue open. I can kill my Undead Butler, right? This is a great content play. We could kill my Undead Butler. What am I gonna get? Hold. What do I got in my graveyard? Oh, they got a decent grip, so we'll kill my Undead Butler. We are sure. I get to return a creature from my graveyard. Now, we'll take that action. We're like a casino. I will then get a Lord Xander back, and I will play Lord Xander. And they have blue, white, and red. So I don't know. There's no mana type available, so I don't really know what they could have. Now they have discard 2, which is half their hand, which is great for us. It's probably a really tough choice too. Now if they had a spell to play, they can cast that spell. Okay, so they rip apart. Gotcha. So they're sitting at 6 mana. Maybe they have, I don't know. Sure. You're going to get half your library milled. I mean, this doesn't do anything yet, right? You can do it at instant speed anyway. Half your library's in the graveyard now, which is not great for us. We will then... guess we'll get a Toxwell back, right? Toxwell's the place. Just to keep the board all clogged up. You know, this is lethal just by them. I mean, if they... Sure. I can sacrifice a slug. I can sacrifice itself, can't I? Sure. No, Olivia! Oh, my dear sweet Olivia. Do you have another spell? I mean, you have a graveyard full of them. Sacrifice itself. I'll draw a card. They have a lot of lands. Now can I get one of my spells? Let's play Maestro's Charm. See if we can get one of our res spells. Sure. I think you played that a step too early, though, my good sir. Okay. Oh! Feels bad, man. Well, that sucks. Because we only have 5 mana. Feels bad, man. We only have 16 cards in our library, though, so hopefully they have some spells left. Sure. What do you got for me? Sure. We have another spell. Are you sure you want to draw cards? Sure. Land. Land's always good. You can copy another spell, and you can get a thing from an Arcane Bombardment. Well, this card lands. We'll get 2 cards. If you allow me. Sure. Fine. You do what you do. I mean, if you're going to play all your gas now, awesome. You're going to mill yourself, dude. You're at 10 cards. Oh, no, 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 no. Wait, no, that's fine. They only have 1 permanent. Resolve. Sure. I don't want to kill that. Just throwing it out there. Big choices here. Not much left, you know. Half of it's in the half of it's in the graveyard. Is this the one that is the charm? No, that's not. Oh, okay. I don't know what I missed. They drew stuff. I guess they were like, well, crap. We go first. Hand's perfectly fine. Definitely a keepable hand. You know, Xander's Lounge, Blightstep Pathway. Excuse me, Mr. Raccoon, I'm trying to play my game of Magic. Excuse me, can you get off the battlefield? Yes, it's a Xander's Lounge. It's crazy, I know. It produces 3 colors of mana. It's pretty exclusive. Pretty exclusive. Sure. They're like, crap, he's got Xander's Lounge. I should play my Miria's Call. Tapped. We'll play our 1/1. Go. Exciting stuff, guys. Ooh, I wonder if they're playing do it. It's a 1/1. Scared. I wonder if they're playing the Reanimator, the Boros Reanimator deck I've been seeing going around. That plays like a Mirius Call. Yeah, this looks like exactly like the other Reanimator deck that's out there. All right, so it's going to be who can reanimate first, I honestly think. Which I think they have a better chance, because I actually think their reanimation spells are that much better. Not bad. I think we play Kaido first, because I want to actually discard. Sounds weird, right? You'd probably want to discard and then draw. Yeah. So they can't touch Kaido. Kaido's still here to resolve stuff. Now they're only on turn 2. So if I don't know if they have ramp in their deck. I know they have ways to discard and get the cards they need in their deck. What's the green for? Did they throw Naya in there? I'm confused. What have they discarded so far? Burn down the house of Valamakis. They probably have the Justice thing. Oh, that's big. I think it's this on the basis of I need a land. That's not great. Get another Lord Savior. Sure. We'll attack for 5. I mean, my Kaido is at 5, so there's that. If I top deck a land, it'd be perfect. Sure. That's why. Okay, I mean, you go up that much life, did not get a land. You draw. Land. Discard. Easy. Easy game. We race. Discard 2 cards there. Oh my god, all the Valamakis. This is actually kind of crazy. Sure. I mean, go for it. I mean, they're going to go up to back to 18. We're going to go down to, what is that? 7 and 6. We're going to go down to 7. That's if they decide to attack in. They both have Vigilance, so that's like the one benefit to their deck. Yeah, go for it. Let's see what you top deck, sir. What is the play? I also saw... What's the green? Did I miss what the green was for? Did they play something with green? No, they didn't play anything with green. I have no idea what the green's for. Oh, wait. The Fleetfoot Dancer's what's green for. I'm dumb. It's a special border. They're thinking very heavily about this. Thinking very heavily about this. Sure. So they go up to 20 again. They drew all their Valamakis. That's crazy. Damn, dude. Oh, no. Just sacrifice something? Because Velomachus by himself doesn't kill us right now. I mean, he'll get trample and stuff, but that doesn't kill. And they're missing a land to do double. I mean, clog the downstairs just in case. We'll draw. See, if Olivier dies here, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so they got their land. They can play it once. They don't have much in their library, though. Sure. Mill and draw. That's fine. I'll block. I'll take 5 of that. I'm okay with that. Discard Olivia. Discard a big score. Play. Play this. Get back. I think I have a Xander. We have 3 cards. Also get back a Brunerin Demon. Also attacking. That doesn't leave me anything to do. I mean, I could do this and try to play it safe. And we'll say go. See what happens. If they have a way to, you know, get in for some lethal damage. They're at 18 cards. So they may not have too much left. That's fine. Yeah, let's see what we draw. Discarding Fabled. They get anything? I mean, they probably still have multiples of, yeah, I was gonna say Angel Fire would be what they would have. Exacxies. Okay hand. Nothing amazing. You know, nothing really to discard here, but, you know, it's good that we have it. We got Undead Butler. So definitely some stuff. Question is, what are we playing against? Naya something. Alright, so this one's actually Naya, just because they do have green and red. Bard class. Naiad Bard class. That thing. It's Naiad Bard class, that thing. I have no idea. So I'm going to make these probably black and blue. Just because this is red. I don't need a ton of red. I just need like the one off. Boar. Oh. We're playing boars. Got it. Love boars. Boars is my favorite deck archetype. This is better in this situation. All right. I mean, I'm happy with that. That's a good discard. I mean, I could use that land, but still. 4. Okay, so we're literally playing boars. Okay. I thought they were joking. I thought it was like, you know, you get those things and it's like, pick one of these. I want to keep that as blue. Play this. We'll say go. We're looking okay. Not amazing, but okay. Still missing a land. So maybe we get rid of Olivia and an Aven Heartstabber here. Play Snow Mana too, which is weird. It's a Naya Snow Mana deck. They can fight here, I guess. Okay. What does this do? Creatures we control counters have trample. Interesting. Are we destroying my Fable? I'll be sad. I'll be sad panda. I'll be a sad panda if you destroy it. Oh, wait. They give me a land. Yes, I will take that action. I will take that land. Oh my goodness, look at this amazing 3-color land. Is there a creature in here I want to get back? Not really. Oh my goodness. Slugs. I could big score here and just kind of slow roll. That's tough. But I can't try. Okay, so I can't sacrifice the treasures. Oh, that is a weird thing to be in. We'll play one of these to go. We need a land because we can't sacrifice. So big score doesn't really do much. Okay, they're giving things haste. Right? That gives things haste. So is this Bard class? And we're just missing the Bards? I have no idea. We are playing Bard class. Okay, so it is Bard class. It's just being weird. You got a pump spell? I feel like it's a weird misplay on your part. Take that action. We'll get back one of these. Alright. Double draw. Awesome. That's amazing. And we get our land. Awesome. No way to discard, though, because I don't really want to discard straight up. Right? I mean, I get a Burn Rune Demon. I don't know what that does here. I can big score, but I can't do anything with the treasure. No, I can't do anything with the treasures. Maybe I get the Burn Rune Demon just to kind of clog the board up. And then we pick 2 cards from our library that we can possibly cast next turn. Take action. We'll get a Lord. Oh, you know what? This stuff's gonna go to the graveyard. What am I thinking? Yeah, pick one of these to go in my hand, sir. Which one would you like me to put in my hand? Alright. Oh no, I gotta discard to hand size? No way. Sweet. Tons of lands. Making dragons? 5-mana dragon? What happens here? You just control gain haste or tap 5 mana, get a dragon. And that's 4 mana, give it power and toughness, so it makes it a 6. You're the more damage, so if you want to remove it, go for it. I mean, I'd rather you waste that on that than a dragon, to be quite honest. Sure. I can play Olivia, but I gotta stop damage. Fox Roll will slow things down because it'll start shrinking them. So I think that's the play. So we do these because we want the trigger at the end of turn. We get Tox Roll out. And at the end of turn, everything's now 1-1 or 3-3. They can still make a dragon here, which is a pain. But if they don't do much, 2 of their creatures are gonna die. We're gonna get 2 slimes. Sure. I feel like you should have made the dragon then active. Only if you control an attacking creature. Got it. You got a pump? No. Alright. So we get some slimes. Slimy slimes. Is this a scoop? Is this like a crap scoop kind of thing? Slime slimes. Sweet. We'll just play these. This has Death Touch and this has Death Touch. They both have Death Touch. Yeah. Yep. Oh, we're silver. We are silver. And we are back. Overall, I think the games went fairly well. I don't think I did as good as I was earlier. We got some different matchups I haven't faced. Looking at the stats of the deck, if this is what you're kind of into, and you kind of want to see what's happening. This is our stats of our deck, as you kind of see here. Our win rate went from being somewhere around, we were 5-1 when we started. We're now 9-5. I'm not sure if I'll have all the matches in, this video of those plays, but as you kind of see here, we're actually somewhat a little bit, lower on the win rate on the play than on the draw. But still not that bad. I think the draw helps us with getting our lands and getting that additional card draw mechanic that we need in order to kind of do our thing. There's still some matchups that we're 100% against. We only faced them once, so it's still tough to say there. 2-1 against Rakdos, 1-1 against the Naya decks. And then, these are these couple decks. Like we saw one Izzet deck, we saw one Orzhov Angels deck, I think is what it was. And then we saw the Azorius like Magecraft deck that we only saw once as well. But yet again, with more playing and kind of seeing and maybe some more tweaking, maybe trying to figure out, what the right balance is. Do we need more creatures to discard? Do we need more ways to draw cards and find our Reanimator spells? Do we need a couple more additional Reanimator spells? It's one of those things that you'll see as time goes on, but I'll have the link to the deck list down below if you guys want to import it into Arena and try it out for yourself, or kind of get an idea of what Reanimator looks like and maybe make your own version based off of what I've done. But with that being said, if you like the video, hit that like button. Definitely helps out a lot. If you're new here, you want to know I post new videos on the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video.